Hello, Ethan Allen Scholars. This is Miss Rodriguez. I have for you today 3 experiments that I think you'll have fun with and enjoy. And I think for most of these you will have the items available at home. So for the first experiment, I call it a balloon on a skewer, because what we're going to do is we're going to pierce the balloon with a skewer without popping the balloon. And for this particular experiment, you're going to need the following 3 items. You're going to need a balloon, of course, skewers. Be careful with the skewers, okay, because they are sharp at the tip, and dishwashing soap. Okay, so those are the 3 items that you're going to need. Now, you want to do first, of course, is blow up the balloon. Once you've blown up the balloon, you're going to get the skewer, and you're going to coat the skewer with dish soap. So try to coat it as evenly as possible. You don't need to do it all the way, all along the length of it, but just the tip is good. And then you want to get the balloon and pull the part where you tied the knot a little bit, because that's the thicker end of the balloon. And what you want to do is very carefully pierce it without popping. You want to pierce it with the skewer. Sorry. And then you can thread the skewer out the opposite end. You can pierce it on the opposite end. It's the thicker part again. When you do that, it's coming, you end up with a balloon on a skewer. For this second experiment, let's call it the dancing milk experiment. What we're going to do, or what we're going to need for this one, is we're going to need some milk. I have vitamin D milk, it's whole milk, dish soap again, and food coloring. So I have a variety of colors. So I have red, blue, green, yellow. You can use one, you can use a variety of colors. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to pour some milk into my bowl. I'm using a bowl that has a flat bottom, and I just want to put enough milk so that the bottom of the bowl has the milk. Now you want to try to wait a little bit so that the milk settles, and you don't want the milk moving around. And then once it is settled, what you're going to do is you're going to get your food coloring, and you're just going to put a few drops of food coloring. So this is the red, blue, and I'm going to use green as well. Then I'm going to get a cotton swab, and my cotton swab, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dip the cotton swab in to the milk. I'm going to put it on top of one of the colors and take a look and see what happens. Okay, that was the blue. Now I'm going to maybe find the red, and there's some green. Okay, so this is considered a chemical reaction. Now, for those of you who want to maybe experiment a little bit, you can maybe try it out and see, well, would it work the same if I used 1% milk, 2% milk? If I used water, would I get the same chemical reaction or not? Okay, something for you to play around with at home. Okay, for this third and final experiment, we're going to create a lava lamp. So here you see a green one. What you're going to need to create your own lava lamp at home is you're going to need a glass jar or an empty water bottle. You're going to need water. You're going to need some vegetable oil, food coloring. I have red here. And some type of bicarbonate, Alka-Seltzer. I hear aspirin also works. So something that fizzes would be helpful. What I am going to do next is I'm going to pour water into my glass jar, and I'm going to do maybe 1/3 of the way, roughly 1/3 of the way, fill it up with water. And then I'm going to get the vegetable oil, and I'm going to maybe do a little more than maybe 2/3 almost of vegetable oil. And once it settles, you'll see that oil and water do not mix. So you can see the separation between the two. The water's on the bottom, the oil's the top. Now take a look and see what happens initially when I pour a few drops of food coloring, maybe 10 or so, however many you want. Initially, you see the food coloring stuck in the middle there between the vegetable oil and the water. But if you wait long enough, you'll see that the food coloring will eventually dissolve and make its way to the bottom. So I'll wait for that to happen. And as that's happening, I will open up a small packet of my bicarbonate so that it'll be ready for me to pour into the jar. So this one is taking oh, there it goes. Okay, so you see the food coloring is dissolving and going down towards the bottom. Now, let's just wait just a little longer. And then I'll see what happens when I pour in the bicarbonate. So when I do that, you can see all of the movement. Looks like a volcanic eruption has taken place. Okay, so I hope you have fun trying some of these experiments at home. Something for you to consider for this one, sorry, almost forgot that, is you might want to consider the temperature of the water. Could that maybe make a difference in this experiment? I used room temperature water, but maybe if the water were warmed up, or if the water were really cold, would that make a difference? Would it make the reaction stronger or weaker? Or maybe no reaction at all. So things for you to consider. Have fun while you're at home. Look around your home. You will probably find a lot of really great things for you to play around with and learn from. Okay? Thank you very much, scholars. Goodbye.